All right, it's the rundown. June 27th. Jeff D Lowe, KB. KB's first ever rundown appearance.
First ever.
That's right.
My first time ever hosting. And Nick, this is the crew everyone likes.
Yeah,
Clicks
sure.
on.
Sure.
Before we get into many things to talk about, and Mintzy, this rundown brought to you by High Noon. 100 calories, real juice, real vodka, gluten-free. It's absolutely delicious. Pool packs, you can get those as well. Lime, guava, kiwi, and peach cans. They also come in tall boys now, if you really want to guzzle it down and not just have a regular tiny can. Only 100 calories, like we said, gluten-free, no added sugar. Head over to your local liquor store and get some today. Sponsor of Barstool vs. America Season 2, which Episode 2 will be airing tonight, June 27th at 7/6 Central. Last night, Nick eliminated his good friend KB from the show.
I did, yes, yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that at the end. But first off, the biggest news in Barstool last couple days: Ben Mintz, national champion.
Has a nice ring to it. He deserves some time off after this.
I think Big Cat tweeted, like, what's the tour going to look like? And I don't think we'll see him for months.
No. 4 months, 2 cities. It's going to be amazing.
Look at this, though. It's so genuine. It's pure.
It is pure.
I believe he's the output of work he puts into just being a fan outweighs any amount of time I could spend on a project.
Yeah.
He does.
Series.
I'm
being serious.
Is there anyone at the company that puts in more fan work than Mintz? I'm trying to.
No.
Jerry's a big. Jerry really works with the Steelers. He owns a lot of jerseys.
Oh, I thought you were talking Thornton.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Jerry Thornton wrote a fucking book.
Yeah, Jerry wrote a book.
Jerry Thornton #1.
Well, then you have.
He has multiple fandoms. He's fans of the Patriots, the Red Sox, teachers, and so he roots for them all.
Yep. Yeah. They were the last team in the field. Ole Miss. They knocked out Rutgers. Rutgers did not make the tournament after a historic season. Everyone's shitting on Ole Miss.
We shouldn't let that just slide by the wayside. Rutgers not getting in. The selection process is flawed and corrupt. It is in a lot of sports.
This would imply that Rutgers would have won the national title.
The at-large just needs to be completely thrown out and revamped, the at-large bid.
So you're the
This is your first rundown. You have so many takes to get off your chest.
Well,
what else do you want to talk about?
I spent 29 years just on a take hiatus. Never did it. Never thought my opinion could possibly matter or be entertaining, and now that's all I've been doing.
Is the automatic qualifier?
Takes.
Is automatic qualifier? Is that a flawed system or no?
It still is, and it happened to Hofstra's lacrosse team in 2014.
Okay, yeah.
I think Steve can talk about that. Wrestling.
Yeah.
The COVID year. You should have seen the EIWA. They're at large, and even automatic qualifiers were. It was the biggest mess I've ever seen. Politics.
He was a selection. He's a selection savant.
Oh my God. And is that it? Is that it on that?
Any more rants on the?
That's it.
Mintzy was there with Chris Castellani. Castellani held on for dear life.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
That's all you. Castellani is inherently a super. Those are two of the most positive people I've ever met in my life.
Castellani's my favorite coworker.
You're really?
Yeah.
He's up there for me.
Yeah, no, he's a great. He's perfect for me. Actually, Castellani would be perfect for like a fan, like maybe like myself, an overly negative, or a Frank.
Yes.
A negative fan, which I would not. He is not an earshot right now, so I would not have said
He's
that.
what a fan should be. He likes the Detroit Tigers. It's so weird to me. I don't know.
But Mintzy is so overly positive.
Well, it's like someone just hated the Dave Matthews Band. They wouldn't go see him live.
Right.
Ever.
I just thought about when last time I saw Dave.
So you're gonna get season tickets to see a team
Dave
that you
live?
have nothing good to say. Like, I don't want to see someone who sucks perform.
Dave puts on a long concert.
He has some stage quirks.
Yeah, he ripped.
Dave Matthews?
The songs all go for a long time.
You should see me when Two Step comes on. I lose my fucking marbles.
Yeah.
So Mintzy, national champion. Everyone
Nick's
excited.
off a hot chip. How?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
how
I
you
didn't even mention
feeling?
Nick.
He just had a hot chip.
Nick,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know because he seems fine now, but he's not. Nick ate one of those one chip challenge hot chips. It landed on that last week on the Yak.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I feel fucking horrible right now.
He started that shit.
I know.
He just brought this before he even worked here. He just brought him in one day.
I have never shit at work.
Which you still haven't, right?
I still haven't, and I have a lot to do today, and I was going to use this time to run home and go shit.
Do that. I need an excuse to not do some things.
Okay.
You want him to go home and shit.
We'll reschedule.
Okay.
The last time we did a one-chip challenge here, Frankie went home early. I didn't come into work the next. It sucks.
I feel fucking.
It's not like eating a regular pepper, which is real food grown in the ground. It's just chemicals.
Yeah. No, but it's a thing we do on the Yak because none of us are funny like verbally. None of us can make jokes.
Well, I
with
mean,
words.
the audience doesn't want. They don't think
don't
so.
want
At
it.
least
They just want you to do
They
the-
want us to be in pain. Yeah.
Then that fucking get wet.
Just the simplest. I don't know.
Also, a round of applause for Barstool employee Rudy, who's a Colorado Avalanche
Oh,
fan.
Rudy.
Nobody congratulated Rudy.
Congrats to the Avs.
Rudy won a fucking Stanley Cup yesterday. Nobody gave a shit.
No one cares.
The Avalanche win the Stanley Cup. I don't know how long. 20 years? How long has it been, Rudy?
It's probably 21
years since they last won the Cup. They ended the dynasty that is the Tampa Bay Lightning, 1 in 6, 1 in Tampa. They also dented the Cup. Did you see that video?
Immediately. That's not on them. That's on the Cup.
That is, the Cup is surprisingly not as sturdy as I would have thought.
Boom, right there, dent.
Yeah.
Where did it take place?
What, arena?
Yeah.
Tampa.
Amalie Arena.
Which that's
Amalie
always
Arena?
really disappointing too. So it's
Getting eliminated in Tampa?
what?
Getting eliminated in Tampa?
No.
I can relate.
Are you of the belief that the Cup should be won by a cold weather city?
You should win your championship in at least not the opposing team's
The Warriors.
arena.
Warriors
That
did
should
it.
never
Warriors
be a
3 out of
thing.
4 titles. The Warriors have won on the road.
Very
It's so
disappointing.
unnatural to watch. Yeah.
I don't have much more to say about this one.
I'm happy for McKinnon. I like McKinnon.
I'm happy. Yes, I mean they're an absolute fucking wagon, as the boys from Chicklets would say.
And that color
Very
palette
good.
needs to be on more teams. You see it a lot in the Premier League, but the maroon and blue,
I believe Aston Villa.
Aston Villa and West Ham, I believe.
Villa.
But
I say it wrong. Villa is like Via Pizza. That's a place, right?
you would know.
pizza
I
chain?
think, yeah.
Yeah. I always do ask.
I say Villa.
I
an
defer to you
Italian
with
word.
so many
Itself.
chain restaurant questions, and you know a lot, but you are second in command to me. But
Thanks.
I'm still like I know way too much.
You do, yes. No, we woke up to a text from you like you've had a countdown to when a White Castle down the street's
Yeah.
opening.
That
I'm
is
so
exciting.
excited.
That is exciting.
I've never eaten inside of a White Castle.
No.
I've only
have
done
I.
the
I
drive.
mean, I don't think it's really an experience.
We're gonna go though. They're not sponsoring the rundown though, so I'm not gonna talk about that.
Sure, yeah.
But here's the most important story of the day. Speaking of the Warriors, Steph Curry is actually playing at the Barstool Classic today. His old teammate, Jason Richards, which if you're a fan of the old NCAA tournament, he missed the shot against Kansas in the Elite Eight.
Okay.
2008. Great player. Awesome player. Curry didn't make tournament the next year because Richards graduated. He played in the Classic last year, told Steph, you got to play. He said, if we win the title, I'll play. They won the title. He played.
Man of his
Steph Curry
word.
at the Classic today, playing. Hannah Cook hit a great shot in front of him. Frankie duffed duffed the tee shot pretty badly. But the more important story, this is all Barstool fans are like, what producer was following him around? And I'll tell you, it was. Just say it. Who was it?
I didn't even know this until now. Was it Fasoli?
It was Fasoli.
Following
yes.
around Steph Curry.
Which, if you don't know who Fasoli is, which this is not a mean comment, offense to Fasoli, but I assume a lot of people watching don't know. He's this really smiley guy.
But he doesn't show teeth,
No
but he's
teeth.
always smiling.
The ultimate paradox.
He's never shown teeth, but he's never not been smiling.
He has the
goes
Viva tattoo on his
he's
thigh.
on a lot of your trips.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I got pissed at him once. We gave him Barstool trivia, and he went like 0 for 10. And so while we were eating dinner, I took out a knife and I tried to take back the Viva tattoo.
Yeah.
He got so
he has a
mad at
Viva
me.
tattoo.
Yeah.
That was the only time I've ever seen him equally mad. No smile. He just whiffed Barstool trivia. He didn't know
What
Julie
were the
Stewart
que-
Banks. He didn't know. She didn't know she dressed up like a grandma. He doesn't know any of the lore.
Doesn't know who broke the AC.
But that's not because he's not a fan. He just doesn't have a memory.
No. We always say it. Fasoli can't read, but he can write. It's the most astounding thing. And we've seen it
He can
happen.
experience but can't remember.
Right.
He also, the two facts I learned about Fasoli, who again, I remind you, a Barstool producer who's following Steph Curry around at a golf tournament today. That's the classic sentence that you put together here. You guys told me he loves mudslides, the
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage. He only orders mudslides.
Yeah. Like when he's thirsty, he will get a
Yeah.
mudslide.
That's like a riptide rush to him.
But you also, he typically just speaks in like Barstool phrases.
The amount of times I've
Yeah.
heard him say bananas when there's no fruit around us.
No.
Is
What Barstool
yeah.
phrase do you hope he used talking to Steph Curry today?
what the,
In a thick accent.
Oh yeah, and
Thick
yes.
accent.
what do you think he said to
He
him?
definitely said it was always the war. It was always.
It was always,
Steph Curry.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and Steph Curry was probably like, yeah, thanks.
Curry tries Pink Whitney's like, how many balls you give that?
yeah, all
balls
of
rating.
this. All of this.
There it is. Did you
yeah.
just search Fasoli bananas?
No, wait. What about his?
How many times has he tweeted the
tweeted-
word bananas?
No.
I bet you it's more than
Yesterday?
I have tweets.
No, his classic was when if you would have told me a year ago if I would be waking up at 6 to like go on a boat with Marty Mush and Dana and then something like that.
Have you never heard hollaback girl? No, he probably did spell it wrong. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. What's his Twitter account?
Fastuli.
At Fastool, search bananas from Fastuli. Yeah, he had a tweet about like, if I would have told my old self that I was on
Does he
Marty
need a
Mush's
quote?
couch.
No
at
space,
6
no
a.m.
space. From :
He abbreviates 4 and 5 letter words via text. Like,
Yeah, that
like
pisses
where
me off.
he's
But he's
abbreviated.
following Steph Curry around. He's having a much better life than us.
Fastuli.
He's happy every single day.
Oh, let's see. With an E, like Stooley.
You're just like him.
Yeah, you get. Yeah.
No, I think
You think I'm not watching the game? You're in Banana Land.
Banana Friday.
Wait, why would he not be watching the Celtics playoff game? Definitely a slow Bananas Friday at Roan at Barstool Yak.
Bananas.
Putting Milwaukee above Boston is absolutely banana.
Offensive foul.
Today,
This is Banana Land. Banana bread. Oh, literal bananas.
he tweeted today, airports being busy on a Sunday's Banana Lands. No, it's not. That
that's
is
when people leave and arrive.
How did he spell tarmac? That was ridiculous. Too.
The fact that he knew the word is incredible.
that's a classic.
No, it was
leave
he's
the
broken into
city
2
day.
words. No, can we pull up the Fasoli tweet when he just got hired and he was with Jersey Jerry? Search yeah. Yeah, top 1.
If you told me 6 months ago that I'd be sitting on Marty Mush's couch at 6 a.m. waiting for him to get up so we could go film a guy named Jersey Jerry as he trains to fight in Rough and Rowdy, I would have paused stool scenes on my couch and said, if only.
What the
He just
fuck?
took like something highly specific that just happened to him, and like, yeah, that's.
If you would have told me 6 months ago before I knew this guy
Yeah.
existed, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
No, he would have said if only.
He would have said if only. Yeah.
He has a podcast with Jerry Thornton, Do Your Pod. Check that out. He is following Steph Curry around.
He's a
Barstool
good guy.
Classic. Also, your boy Riggsy went on the road for 6 weeks today.
What?
6 weeks on the road for
What's
Well,
he
he
doing?
started it. I hope he can finish.
Classic, a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is a lot. Good on him. Riggs works hard.
Next up, in line with the first 3 topics, a Yukon miner finds a baby mammoth preserved for 30,000 years.
Okay, this
Like
is
a 17-year-old.
this someone who got an early admittance into
Yeah, did they go to
the
the
school or?
a Yukon mine?
I don't think people or the territory.
Yeah, like Yukon, like Canada.
What did
right?
he find?
I get.
I want Chief blogged this,
No, the.
and I may. I'm speaking of that noise. I believe the first line in the blog is "I'm about to bust."
yeah,
Can
no.
we confirm that?
Wait,
He's a
why?
I
Why
like
would you
him.
look at that and say you're about to bust?
Yeah, I knew. I just farted him because I knew it would be something like that.
Yeah, so Chief blogged about this woolly mammoth that was found preserved, and I think the beginning of the blog says I'm about to. Oh my God, I'm about to bust.
I'm about to bust. Look how fucking cute that little guy is.
You can't follow up.
Jeez.
You can't follow up a
Jeez.
near bust by cuteness.
Cute little
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
No, and that thing is not cute at all. That looks like Violet Beauregard after she got squeezed.
It kind of does look
Looks like after she got the juice out of her.
He said we got to wake this little guy up. Imagine Chief and
that
his-
thing's
Wait,
ugly
that's
as
Violet
fuck.
Beauregard from
Matt-
what was her thing?
She was the girl that ate
Yeah.
the gum and
Blueberry
In
gum.
Charlie.
yeah,
Yeah.
she.
Imagine Chief shaking the woolly mammoth in his run the damn ball hat. Like, come on.
He saw that and said, "Aw,
That's disgusting.
that is horribly disgusting."
Yeah.
That's how he can tolerate. That's why he tolerates being around White Sox Dave. This is my cute friend Dave.
Yeah, let's just roast them.
Wait,
for an hour, yeah.
prediction for the future: Dave versus Nadeau in Miami.
What the what?
They're gonna. Nadeau challenged White Sox Dave that he could pull more women in Miami.
Oh, God.
It's going to be a tie at
A
0.
lawsuit. Megan's Law is my prediction. Yeah.
Do you have any
We'll be
take?
going to an 11-year-old Birthday party and not the classic nightclub. 11.
Jesus
We'll
Christ.
go into an 11. We'll be going to 11-year-old's house. But she owns the house, so it's less weird.
You just watched KB's first ever fumbled rundown joke.
We'll be
What a
going
moment.
to
Do you have any takes on baby
Club
woolly
11.
mammoths or anything that you want to get off?
I think that's interesting.
It is interesting. What's the last blog on the site right now?
It's not
before we get to the
woolly.
last topic. Having too much fun right now. Nick, how you feeling?
They're having a chick off in Miami.
Yeah.
Neither of those guys are built for Miami women. Like they don't have. Nadeau's going to win by a lot.
Dave's an inherently, I think, sweaty
I'm not
person.
saying that.
I love White Sox Dave.
I do too.
Nothing crazy. Okay, I just didn't know if there's anything.
New Barstool versus America tonight.
Yeah, so that's the last topic here. Barstool versus America, episode 2 at tonight. Episode 1 was yesterday. We were in St. Pete in Tampa, Florida. The first challenge was a go-kart challenge. Pat has raced cars and bikes for his whole life, so that was very unfair.
Yeah, he was
He
good.
won, and then Marty won?
Yeah.
The second challenge, they gave up captainship. It was Nick versus Kelly Keegs. They had to conduct, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, watch it. They had to conduct their teammates blindfolded to dig and find keys and then build a puzzle. Nick's team had a crazy large lead because Kelly had the map upside down, then Kelly figured it out, and they had a huge comeback, but then Nick, you had a second comeback because Dana sat in the sand digging for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think Dana must have kicked the can away because it was right in the spot.
That might have happened. I should have
Yeah.
looked to see if that's what happened. You were amazing.
You were good.
You were the big reason.
Well, I
for
forgot
comeback.
you had a cameo on that show.
I did have a
And then
short
Nick
cameo.
had to eliminate somebody with surprise twist.
I'm
this
I'm
year.
getting lampooned.
Nothing
for
was
saying
edited.
Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, I demolished the competition. It was almost impossible how poorly some of them did.
The Dana thing was, Joey is the one who has the best excuse because he was digging in the wrong spot the whole time and he didn't know.
Right.
Alex Bennett was quite horrible at it as well. She was like a mouse. It was so weird.
Yeah, but you had the best digging.
It was a roller coaster.
You did like
to witness live.
You did like a reverse snow angel.
You had to use your fingernails too. You're searching for a little fine piece of rope.
I like people said that Dana was throwing the challenge.
Yeah, I thought
no,
he was.
I've never.
I mean, it was that bad.
Yeah, he was.
Imagine being so dumb you're bad at digging.
Yeah, it's like the most
Being
primitive
a ditch digger is
Well,
like what
he did.
you
He
do.
found like a crazy second wind in the water, and he ran out, and then you completed the puzzle. Found out that you had to eliminate somebody. You eliminated KB, and then Glennie Balls into the game. He's now on Barstool versus America for episode 2, which we go to Nashville. We go to Nashville, which we have 2 pretty fun challenges. Tonight's episode is a wacky episode for sure.
I forget what we did.
There's one where you have to shoot water balloons.
That was very fun to
Paintball
watch.
and water balloons.
Very fun to watch. People did struggle. No, this is a good comp. I'll say that.
You
would have been so good at it, dude.
I wanted to play
You would've
so
been,
badly.
Like, you would have been so good at all of the stuff we did, like for the rest of the 2 weeks.
It was awesome to watch. Get a front row ticket.
Not to blow your spot up, but I did chuckle at some of the reactions to like you getting KB off, like you'd planned that. People have this like misconception that the 2 of you don't care about literally anything.
Yeah, I will say this. At the time, I was like, all right, this is fine. Now I'm just like on a free vacation. I don't have to stay in the RV. But over time, I was like, yeah, this kind of sucks.
We bonded over 3 bowls of shishito peppers in Nashville, and you were like, this kind of sucks.
No, Kyle was so pissed off for the next 3-4 days, which wasn't even the halfway point of the trip.
No, it was
you were
not.
just like stomping around.
I was seethe walking. Yeah, I was angry.
No, and then he went to go to this open mic. He thought it was music, and it was just a guy that was roasting Kyle the whole time.
That was my breaking.
And your
point.
bucket,
That
and then the
right
peppers
before
are
the
right after.
Yeah, the shishito peppers.
The shishito pepper. Yeah, but my point is, you 2, I actually think are 2 of the more competitive people I know. You don't show it as much. You showed it in the first episode a lot.
When we lose the dozen, it ruins my week.
I don't compete often, and then once I do, I'm
You
like, oh
used to,
shit,
yeah.
now I really am into this.
So I do chuckle. People are like, oh, they don't give a fuck. They do. They just may show it differently.
And my biggest I'm the most competitive against Kyle.
That is true. That was
sense.
the most strategic move you could have done.
Why is that?
Getting me out of there.
You did eliminate the most athletic person in the game.
Yeah, but it was replaced with somebody up to par.
You roasted Glenn, too.
What'd I say?
You said, I'm not really worried about him being in the game unless, like, the next competition is reviewing burgers.
Yeah.
Just really, just when you didn't even, like, no nuance to that. You went right for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Glenny Balls into the game. 5 episodes of Barstool versus America. Roan will be hosting an after show after each episode, get some inside details on how everything plays out. There's paintball tonight, and then a really cool
Are you good revealing
slingshot
this?
challenge. It's in the trailer.
Oh.
It was on the next episode. Yeah, on the next. It already showed on the next episode.
Okay.
I won't explain like what happens, but it was cool. We were in that same spot in Nashville last year for a basketball challenge. This one was awesome. It was fun to watch play out. And then 3 more episodes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday night is the finale. The trailers have shown the challenges. They're big. The finale challenge is insane.
Yeah, it reminded me of Guts.
Yeah, it is a big mountain. Shout out to the guy who helped film that, Wally, the Jib Man.
Wally the Jib Man.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Are we allowed to say what happened with Wally?
Nope.
Okay.
I would never.
Shout out to Wally,
Would
though.
never.
That's it. Anything else? No, the after show would have been reading Fasoli's tweets, so that was.
And I don't want people to think I'm clowning Fasoli. I'm obsessed with Fasoli.
I like Fasoli. He is honestly no different than a Mintzy, where you can't break the man. Like, he doesn't have a. You said earlier, like, the man has so many. You say he stacks W.
No, Fasoli,
right?
I've seen temporary shades of humanity. I've seen him get down. I've never seen Mintz.
Okay, that's fair. No, Mintzy is. Ole Miss lost a game, and he went on like a sad, like, damn, we lost, and within 2 seconds he was back to being positive. You can't get the man down.
No.
We'll see.
And now, Brandon.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
I mean, this is probably the worst thing that's happened to Brandon in the past month.
It's morbid.
Anything else? First rundown.
No, watch the show. It was
takes?
phenomenal. Even when I was out and watching from my point of view, great show. Watch it tonight. 7.
You owe Jeff Nadeau a GeoGuessr game, by the way. I watched that happen in person.
Okay. Yep.
So let's play some GeoGuessr, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I did tell him
today, yeah.
We will play.
Okay. That's it. Thanks to High Noon for sponsoring Barstool America, episode 2 of season 2, 7/6 Central.
Did you just wear the glasses for the rundown?
Yeah.
Leave that in.